Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope you all are good. What I want to talk about today is adjectives. Adjectives are one of the most common grammatical components. I'm sure you all have used adjectives, learned adjectives, given exams on adjectives. I'm sure you all know that. But it's not a bad idea to give a quick recap to adjectives, and that's what I'm going to do today. So adjectives are the words that we use to describe nouns, and most adjectives can be used in front of a noun. So as we are if we are considering the syntax of English grammar, then usually adjectives appear before the noun. So usually we place adjectives for defining the quality of a noun. Let's see in some examples. So I hope you can see this on your screen. So they have a beautiful house. So house over here is a noun and beautiful is its quality. So you can see the placement, the syntax, the grammatical placement. So beautiful would appear before the house, which is the noun. So we saw a very exciting film last night. Now film over here is a noun, and exciting would be its quality. So you are going to place it before the noun. But if you're talking about link verbs or be form of the verb, which is their house is beautiful. So in this way, if you're placing the noun before and using link verb, then the adjectives would come afterwards. So their house is beautiful, and then it is grammatically correct, and it is going to make sense. So that film looks interesting. So both are possible. You can introduce a noun and then you can define its quality, or the most common formula is to use adjective before the noun, as I've done in the previous two examples. Now, something which is very interesting is the ed suffix and the ing suffix. So, suffixes, I'm sure you know that suffixes are the things that you attach after the root word. So, it is not, a lot of adjectives are made from the verbs, and as you are going to add ing or ed suffix to a verb, you are going to form adjectives. For example, I have given some examples over here: amusing, interesting, worrying, shocking, disappointing, tiring, boring, terrifying, annoying, frightening, surprising, exciting, and there are many, many more. So you see that these are all ing endings, but ing endings does not mean that it is a continuous form of verb. It means that these are the adjectives. Now let's see some examples. If you call something interesting, you mean it interests you. So if I say that I find it interesting, so it means that I find it interesting. Therefore, if you call something frightening, it means it frightens you. If you call something terrifying, it means you find it very scary. So these are the qualities where you can use ing suffix and still you would be making adjectives and you are not using verbs. So ed adjectives, similarly, it is a common phenomena that as you are going to add ed suffix to a verb, you are going to make second form of the verb or the third form of the verb. So it walk, walked, walked, talk, talk, talked. But ed adjectives exist, and it means that you are still defining about the quality, or also defining about the state. How do you feel, your feelings? So you feel annoyed, you feel disappointed, you feel tired, you are bored, closed, excited, worried, delighted, etc., etc. So these are the qualities with which you are going to associate yourself, or maybe a certain noun. So ed adjectives means that you are not using the verbs as verbs, but actually you are using them as adjectives. Now let's see some examples. If something annoys you, you can say you feel annoyed. Similarly, if something interests you, you can say you are interested. So the children had nothing to do, so they were bored. So you have actually given in first sentence you have talked about a certain noun, and you have given the background, and then in the next sentence, in the next clause, you can say they were bored. So bored is again an adjective. It is not a verb. Now the next very important thing is order of adjectives. It usually, it happens in life that you have to use more than one adjectives in a sentence, and you have to use more than one adjectives to define a certain noun. So what is the order? In which order will you place adjectives? That is the key. So if I'm saying he was a nice, intelligent young man, so now you can see I have used three adjectives: nice, intelligent, young with a man. but in which order are you going to place them? That is the question. So some adjectives give general opinion. We use these adjectives to describe almost any noun. So you have general opinion adjectives, for example, good and bad and beautiful and ugly and strange and awful and nice, and these are common words, and you can use these adjectives with almost any noun. You can say this is excellent and that was nice and this is awful. So there's no certain, there's no pragmatic rule that would restrict you that don't use this adjective with this noun, because these are general opinions. Then comes a specific opinion. You know, you have general opinion and then you have a specific opinion. As you can see on your screen that I have given, um, I have given some examples. With food you have to use adjectives like tasty and delicious. I cannot say that my book is tasty, and I cannot say my mobile phone was delicious, because these two adjectives are specific opinion adjectives and they would go with the certain type of nouns. Similarly, furniture, buildings, comfortable, uncomfortable, you use them with anything that is related to a certain area or which is large. You cannot say that my chicken sandwich was comfortable. You cannot say, because it would be a severe pragmatic mistake. If it is not a grammatical mistake, it would be a pragmatic mistake, and people would actually doubt your sanity. So similarly, with people, you are going to use clever, intelligent, and friendly, unless you are making a fairy tale story where chairs talk and cars fly. Then you can say it's a clever car. But in real life, you have to use clever with people or maybe with animals. So we usually get a general opinion in front of a specific opinion. If there's a condition that you have to use more than two adjectives with a noun, then place the general opinion first, with a specific opinion. See the example: nice, tasty soup. So nice is a general opinion adjective, tasty is a specific opinion adjective, and soup would be a noun. Similarly, a nasty, uncomfortable armchair. So nasty would be a general opinion, uncomfortable would be the specific one. So general first, specific later, and then the noun. So a lovely intelligent animal, another example. So we usually put the adjective that gives an opinion in front of adjective that is descriptive. So similarly, if you have to describe something, then again general opinion first and descriptive adjective afterwards. A tip, very important tip for you to actually master English language skills is, we often have two adjectives in front of a noun. Usually, a handsome young man, a big black car, that horrible big dog. Very, very, very rare. Seldom we have three adjectives, but this is very unusual. As you start using more than two adjectives with a noun, so you are only making a list of words. So your language becomes a little artificial. It is unnatural to use three adjectives. So when you say a horrible big fierce dog and big black American car, it is still acceptable, but do not use more than three adjectives. It is very unusual to have more than three adjectives in with a noun. So if there's a need, please use two adjectives. That is normal. If you have to give a lot of explanation, and if you want to add a lot of value to your noun, then three adjectives, good, but not more than three, because you are going to make your language unnatural. So don't do that. So adjectives usually come in this order: general opinion, specific opinion, size, shape, age, color, nationality, and material. So this is just a list to follow, but usually we are dealing with general opinion and specific opinion. So you have to master in these adjectives first. And that's it, adjectives. Yes, I wanted to actually do a small activity. I'm sorry, I've actually written answers over here. So okay, I'm sure you all have seen it, but it's okay. You all are my friends, so I don't mind. And I have to write answers anyway, so it's okay. So these are some four blanks that I want to solve. This is a small activity that I have made for my students, and this is activity B. And in this activity, I have given four blanks. In parentheses, I have given a suitable word that you have to use as an adjective. So let's do the first one. I'm not very I'm not very dash in history. So what would you write over here? And of course you have to write the adjective. So I'm not very interested. So you are going to use the ed form, but this is not verb. This is not a verb. I am not very interested in history. You are actually defining the quality. You are talking about a certain noun. That a person is not interested in history. So ed form, ed suffix would come, but this is an adjective. Similarly, he is a very nice individual, but a very dash speaker. And in parentheses, you can see I've given the word bore. The hint is to use bore. Now, you see the first clause, he is a very nice individual. Now, the background is set that the person is nice. Then you use a coordinate conjunction, but, so it means it's a contrast. Now you have to think opposite. He's a nice man, but a very dash speaker. So it means he's not very good in his speaking. So similarly, you would write, he's a very boring speaker. So ing suffix would be added to make a certain adjective. This is not a verb, this is an adjective, ing. So he's a very nice individual but a very boring speaker. Similarly, this one is simple. I'm sure you all say this more often. That was the most excited match I've ever seen. So excited would be the answer. So for the spelling mistake, excited. So you write, so excited ed ending, it is again not a verb but an adjective. And the last one, it is easy. I'm feeling very dash. I think I will go and have some rest. So tired. So if you say I'm feeling very tiring, it's wrong. If I feel I am very tired, so it means it is an adjective. You're defining the state. So I'm feeling very tired. I think I will go and have some rest. So this would be the correct answer. So in the same manner, you can also practice your adjectives, make simple sentences, and leave a space, and then, try writing about, try adjusting different adjectives, ed suffix adjectives, ing suffix adjectives, and then you will see, and always remember that you can always make adjectives with verbs. As you are going to add ing suffix and ed suffix to verbs, you are going to make an adjective. So use adjectives and make your language colorful. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, leave your message in the comment section below, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching. This is Aisha Khan signing off.